Very well, welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. Last time we defeated the Battle Chaos, the first of the four lords that we need to defeat in order to satiate the Lord Vessel. And, well, reach Gwyn, the Lord of Flames, I guess. What was the title of Gwyn? I forgot. Oh, well, Gwyn, anyway. We're here at Andre, because this is where we're going to start today. To retrieve the item that we need to reach the next lord. Like, we don't really need this item. It is completely optional, but it will make things a lot easier through our next area. So we have to go this way and kill the Titanite demon here. This is one of the easy ones, so it'll be no big deal. Still take a bit, but not as much as it would with the art dudes, like the one in Iceland. And I realize I'm still wearing this, so I'll go for... I guess current wearing will help. I'll see why not. Faster stamina regeneration is always nice. So here we end up in... Game? Would you present the area to me? I guess we're not past the trigger yet. Oh well, there are these enemies. These are demonic foliage, I believe? That's what they're called. They can drop purple moss clump, blood red moss clump, which heals. They heal poison and bleed respectively. And sometimes they drop the flowering purple one, which heals toxic as well as poison. Though that's more of a rare drop. Anyway, this is Darkroot Garden. There are several areas in Darkroot Garden, but this is the first time we actually go through Darkroot Garden proper. Here, if you go too far, it will wake up this guy. So you can kill it preemptively if you see the bush sticking out of the ground. Otherwise, you'll wake up as soon as you get pretty much around this point. Over here we have a little treasure. So yeah, Darkroot Garden has several areas that you can explore. We're only going to explore one and a bit of another. Then we'll keep the other areas for another time. This door over here says locked by some contraption. You can buy the key to open this door from Andre the blacksmith. It costs 20,000 souls. It's called the Crest of Artorias. You can open this. This is actually a shortcut to another part of Darkroot Garden, but you don't need this. You can get to that area by going around. Anyway, if you're online, you will probably see a lot of messages around this position because there's an illusory wall with a bonfire, which I'm going to lit up but not sit at it, because I'm going to need the bonfire near Andre as a checkpoint so I can warp to it with an onward bone. We go this way. There is a fog gate. We have to go through that fog gate, but before we do that, we go over here and there are 3 suspicious bushes with an item in the middle. If you pick up this item, these bushes will wake up. So instead of doing that, we'll kill the bushes preemptively. As you can see, they wake up as soon as you pick up the item. Don't let them do that. Kill them preemptively if you can. And then grab the goodies. And now for the main part. This is the main section of Darkroot. It's a big circular area. I also have a few things to worry about. There is right here another one of those bush enemies. If you go too far into that tunnel, it'll wake up. There we go. You can kill it preemptively if you want, but I just wanted to show you when it activates. It's there to ambush you while you're trying to explore this part. And here we have an interesting enemy. These snakes here on the tree. It's like a lizard, whatever it is. Yeah, you can inflict poison, and it's very weak enemy anyway. Dies in a couple hits. Generally, you'll see me destroying enemies in this area, but that's because we're supposed to come here much earlier. Because this is not a super high leveled area, even though we're way past mid-game at this point. But there is no other reason. Like, the game doesn't tell you to go here unless, like, you purposely go here to explore and find things out and, like, go around and, check the surroundings of the parish. But now it's actually our time to come here and grab the item at the end. These guys are Stone Guardians. They're not that bad, they're very slow. They have one problem. They have a spell that is super annoying to deal with. We'll see if they can cast it later. For now, we're gonna go in here. There is a summon sign. It's kind of hidden through the foliage, but let's see. This is the summon sign of Witch Beatrice. You can summon this character if you want to help you out with the boss. We don't need to. We're fine. It's not even gonna be that big of a deal. Although I will equip Power Within. I mean, Power Within. No, we have equipped Power Within. We'll equip our Pyromancy Flame. And then we'll step into the boss already. Yeah, we're ready fighting the boss. This is the Moonlight Butterfly, one of the easiest bosses in the game. It perches up that tower and then it comes down here. It has 3 attacks. And they're all magic based. So if you have something like the Crush Shield that blocks magic better, you can use that. But I don't with this character. I only have my shield. Well, I do have the shield. I just choose not to use it. This is the first attack. Just block it. Doesn't even do that much damage. You can heal off the damage. The other attack is a slow aiming shots. And then the third one, I don't even know if we're going to see it. There's a laser beam. I should have dodged that. I didn't do it. Oh well. It's super easy to dodge to the side. And the boss mainly flies, and this is supposed to be a ranged fight. Where you use projectiles, and I could use projectiles, but eventually the boss is just going to perch on the wall. And that's when I will pop Power Within and obliterate the boss. Oh, I thought I was going to do that. It looked very like it. Oh well. I just need to be careful now, my elf. It was a bit too easier there. Takes a while for the boss to perch. Hope I didn't screw up my chance. And now I'm just going to obliterate it. I do so much damage. Yeah, there we go. Moonlight Butterfly is done. If you stand close there for too much, the boss will charge an attack and basically an area of effect. What it is, but if you see it charging, you have ample time to just go away. No big deal. It is one of the easiest bosses in the game, and even if you come here at a very low level, it's not that hard. It might take more time at a lower level, but
so here we are, the sorcerer against the Moonlight Butterfly. This is how a pure ranged fight should work against it. But we're gonna have close to no problems because we have crystal homing soul mass and soul spears. It's ready to count. Well, the homing soul mass is ready to count third of the health of the boss, and a couple of soul spears made it very weak. But as you can see, it managed to deal a serious amount of damage. So we can't relax it just yet. But another soul spear does it. That's it.
yeah. So, up here, we find what remains of Blacksmith. We find a Watchtower basement key, a Divine Ember, which is what we came here for, and an Onward Bone. We're not going to use the Onward Bone yet, because we have more of Darkroot to explore. Hopefully I won't burn all through my Estus reserve. I still have Power Within on. It lasts about a minute, so yeah. That's a lot of elf that gets drained out of me. Oh well. So we'll go over here. By the way, from here you can actually see down there. That's the path we took just a while ago. The bonfire, the secret bonfire is like over there. This is pretty neat. You can see, you can from the quote-unquote arena of this boss fight, you can see where you were before, and from where you were before, you could see the arena, and you could actually see the boss from down there, because that boss is active at all times. Anyway, now we're out. We'll keep following the left wall here for a few more fights. It's this one. I don't think I can get the other one before he wakes up. No, I cannot. When they wake up, they are invulnerable. And here we have another one of those Stone Knights, and this one was about to cast the super annoying spell that they have, but I killed it before it could do anything. It's like very, very annoying. Hopefully this one won't get to do it. Okay. Block. Ow, okay. Okay. This is a good chance to demonstrate this. This is Tranquil Walk of Peace. It's a spell that you can get access to. And basically what it does is that it forces you to walk. You cannot roll. as you will do this animation instead. And it's just plain annoying. Normally, if you fight only one of these guys, no big deal, because you can just sidestep them. The reason why it's annoying is because if there are more enemies, they will just have their way with you, with not for you. Well, and you will have no chance to counter, basically, because imagine having to fight one of these guys by only able to walk, and then suddenly a bunch of demonic foliage just comes and annihilates you from the side. Yeah. That's why it's annoying. And now... Oh, wait. Oh, cool. You came all the way here. How nice of you, tree. This tree moves. If you look at the roots, they're actually moving. This is a living tree. There are 2 living trees in the game. This is one of them. And they don't do anything. They just move. This one, originally, you should stand here, and he often gets stuck, preventing you from entering this passage. And you can kill them for souls. The fact is, I don't really want to do that. They are completely harmless. They were supposed to attack. But for some reason, they did not complete their attack animation. And so now they are just armless enemies. And these are... I don't know what they're called. I'm just calling like manta rays because they look like it. They're like frogs and rays at the same time. They're not that dangerous enemies. They only attack with their tongue, and they can drop green blossoms, which they make you regenerate stamina faster for a certain amount of time. It's basically the ring that I have on right now, but for a limited amount of time. And this is another living tree over here. And I'm not gonna kill it because why would I kill it? It's not doing anything to me. I don't even think it's worth much in terms of souls. Get more of you guys. Okay, they're very weak. I just need an R1. Oh god, really? I was not expecting that. I knew the guy was behind me, but I thought, okay, well, I'm just gonna kill the race before he can reach me. Wow, I was not expecting him to just throw me off the cliff. Fine, well, guess we'll see each other there in a second. I've made my way back to where I was. We got a souls. This time, you know what? This time we're gonna go for the guy. Almost. Okay. Done. Got rid of the main danger. Now let's get rid of these guys. So yeah, if you're gonna die here, that's probably the most likely way you're gonna die, but just going down a cliff because an enemy pushes you. Enemies here aren't really that dangerous to begin with. Again, the guardians are the most dangerous enemies. Other than that, everything is pretty easy. Again, even at low levels, enemies here don't really pose much of a threat. Unless you, like, get surrounded by many of the demonic foliages, then maybe. But if you're careful, that's not gonna happen. Anyway, we go all the way up here. There's another one of these guys. And that's that. They can drop their sword and shield, but it's very rare. Up here, we find the wolf ring. The wolf ring, it's pretty cool. Because what it does, it boosts your poise. One of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The wolf ring belongs to Artorias the Abyss Walker. Artorias had an unbendable wheel of steel and was unmatched with a greatsword. This will give you 20 poise. And we'll equip it because poise is good. Is this the only ring we found of the 4 rings? With this character, yes. We did find the Oak ring with the other character. That belongs to another one of the 4 Knights. And I think we found... Yeah, I think we found all of the rings with the other character. Well, except the Leo ring, because we haven't picked it up yet. But yeah, we'll discuss more of those rings with the other character. Now that we're back here, this will lead back to Andre. I'm gonna take a detour and go this way instead. This is an area that I don't really have to explore right now for my current objective, but it will give me another item that I desperately need at this point. There's a crystal lizard there. I'm just going to ignore it. I'm here for just one item, and one item only. We'll eventually be back to this area much later on. Because this eventually leads to the door that was locked before that I showed you. Okay, I told you you need to buy the key from Andra from 20k souls. Yeah, this path eventually leads back to that. and to another area. But we don't need to go there yet, so we shall not go. You would have to go that way, where you can see an hydra in the distance. That's the path that leads back to the door, that sealed the door. But instead, we're going to go this way. Because after the Moonlight Butterfly, we picked up the key to the watchtower. And it opens this. And here, on the right, we find Havel. Or at least the guy who pretends to be Havel. We don't know exactly. But yeah, we fought this guy way back when, with the Cleric. Oh shit, okay. But now it's time that the warrior fights it and gets the Havel's ring. Which is much better than the wolf ring. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm just gonna do this. 30 damage. And that's that. We'll get some extra souls, Havel's ring, and finally with Havel's ring, we have fast rolls. Hell yes. Let's get back to our last bonfire. So, now that we, you know what, actually, before we go to Andre, how about we fix what that dev made, did there. I'm butchering every word. We're fixing our looks, and now we're gonna go to Andre. Maybe de-equip this. There you go. Now that we have the Divine Ember, we're gonna give it to him.
My, that's a rare ember you have there. I've seen one of those before. It's the ember of a divine blacksmith. Might you consider leaving that with me? I can produce divine weapons with a flame such as that. Well, thanks for that. You've made a fine decision. You soon shall see.
So now, with the Divine Ember, we can make divine weapons. You will need a +5 weapons in order to turn it divine. And if you turn it divine, you will lower your stat boosting. From C we're going to a D, as you can see, with Dex and Strength. But we're adding a C in Faith, and we're adding some magic damage as well. And that's what we're gonna do. I farmed a couple of longswords +5. One of those we're gonna turn into a divine longsword. Remember, you can buy Titan shards from Andre, from 800 souls each. You need 9 to reach +5 with the weapon. So we shall upgrade a longsword +5 to divine, because we're gonna need a divine weapon in the next area. Like again, we don't need it. It's just gonna make our lives a lot easier. And now with the green Titan shards that we gathered in the swamp, we're going to reinforce it. +1, +2, +3. We have a lot of them. +4 and +5. Great.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Alright, and the rest of our 40k souls we're gonna spend on level ups. Now, because our new weapon scales with Faith, it might be a good idea to invest in Faith, but since we only really need it for a couple areas, I don't really feel like it's necessary. We only get 1 level out of this. No, Tuneman, we don't need that. Endurance, we could get extra endurance. Not an extra dex though, I feel like a bit of extra damage will do it. Alright. Back to Fireland we go, because that's where we're gonna go from next. That's where we'll start next time. Alright. So yeah, back in Firelink. There's nothing really new to do here. So I think that'll be it for this character. Let's switch over to the Cleric and see how they can handle Darkroot Garden. Praise the sun, everyone, and welcome to the Cleric segment, in which we'll go down to Darkroot Garden and freaking obliterate everything there, because we are way more powerful than the Warrior is. The Warrior had the easy time, except that one time where he got blown off the cliff, but apart from that, he completely destroyed everything. You can notice that there is no Titan Demon here. That is because in the time where I did stuff off screen, I killed 2 bosses, I had to come through here. I didn't do anything in the part that we're going to explore today, so we'll still see everything that there is to see. And before we... Yeah, I forgot one thing. Well, we'll have to go back to the bonfire. There is a hidden message in the message here. But yeah, just to recap, for those who are not following and maybe you don't know. I played a section of the game off screen. And I killed 2 bosses, basically. It happened after we returned from the Painted World of Ariamis and before heading down to the Demon Ruins. Tune Magic, thank you. We will remove Lightning Spear for now. We don't really need it. We have the better version. And we will place, if I can, Seek Guidance. There you go. Finally. Let's go. We have actually a couple messages. Yeah, there are 2 messages in Darkroot. And 82,000 souls, so well. We'll spend them later, it's fine. I don't think I'm gonna die twice in this area. It's hard for me to even die once in this area. The only reason I died there is with the warrior was because I fell off a cliff. I mean, I fell, and then it pushed me. No, wait, seek guidance, please. Here near the entrance of Darkroot Garden, you can find this message. Follow the shining flowers. In fact, the shining flowers kind of point you to the area where you have to go. But yeah, these guys, no big deal. One hit kills them. We're gonna need a Bloodroot Musculum, because I haven't traded that with Snuggly with this card trick yet. So that will be useful. I don't think I need to pick... Well, I think I traded Purple and Blooming Purple with this card trick to obtain Twinkling Titanite. You can never have enough of Twinkling Titanite. But yeah, we can just two-hand our Quelaag Fury Sword and just completely wreck everything in the area. We don't even have to pick Abel's Ring with this character. We can just go. Kill the boss, grab the Wolf Ring, and then onward bone back. Or really onward. Because we have the miracle for a reason, so that we don't have to use bones. It's not like bones are useless. If we want to put something in place on onward, we can still use the bones, but... Anyway, down here we go. We're gonna grab... The problem with this, with these 3 enemies, is that if you pick up the item and then die, they don't start from underground when you come back through this area again. They will start already awake, and as soon as you approach this area, they will start following you. So that's the only reason why you may not want to grab the item and just leave it there. But they're not even that hard. Oh well. Here we're gonna get rid of the ambush. We're gonna grab the partisan, although I'll probably not need it, but whatever. Also, we need a divine weapon with this card here. Although we kind of already have it. Because Astora's Trade Sword, the sword we used right at the beginning of this playthrough, has divine property inbuilt in it. So you could use that. We could use that in the next area. Because that's already divine, but we can make one of our own and already have an idea on what I'm going to use. These guys die in 2 hits. I'm not going to summon Beatrice. I'm already broken by myself. In fact, I'm gonna pull out my Great Lightning Spears and completely obliterate the boss. And which, by the way, there's the boss. Also, I'm going to switch to Crest Shield because it has a higher magic block. Is that gonna hit? No, it missed. Okay. Wait for another chance then. Yeah, that did very little damage. What was that? 395. 395, nice. Oh. I'm being way too greedy, but... Yeah. Oh yeah, this is another attack. So, I guess the boss really has 4 attacks you can do. The fast bullets, the fast bullet, the laser beam, the aim bullets, and the area effect blast. Let's see if we can see. Yeah, there we go. I just wanted to show this attack. There you go. So that you know it exists. I'm not sure what the sorcerer did in their clips. But yeah, like that, we defeated Moonlight Butterfly. What were you expecting? I mean, we actually took more damage than the warrior, but that's just because I was being more aggressive in general. We're gonna go run all the way to the top, grab our goodies, and then leave. Wait, I thought I saw some. Yeah, there's that big structure. But you don't really get to no, but that's like the bait. What is that? Oh well. Don't know. We'll just go down, grab the rest of the things in the area, which mainly consists of yeah, the Leo ring. No, no, the Leo ring. We already have the Leo ring. We're grabbing the wolf ring here. And we'll discuss the rings, because I think we have all of them at this point. We have the Leo ring, the wolf ring, the hornet ring, and the Orc ring. Oh, this guy's a drop. Oh, the stone great shield. Cool. That's rare. That is one of the rare drops that gave me so much trouble when I was going to do the platinum trophy for Dark Souls, because that is required for one of the hardest trophies, which requires you to get a bunch of rare drops from enemies. Can I hit you? Thank you. Jesus. Oh, it's a grab? Okay. Please let me out. Thanks. Yeah, these guys have a grab. And there's another one over there, but I don't really want to wake it up. It's no point. You know what? We don't really have to use this. Let's just start doing ninja flips. How about that? High living tree. Oh, you moved. Cool. Again, most of the times they will just get stuck. I'm not sure if I will need those green blossoms. I think maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Keep going. Let's try not to make the same mistake. But this time should be easy. We can trigger the manta rays. We can kill the manta rays. And then we get rid of this guy. Yeah. Easy. And with that done, did this guy drop anything? No. Oh well. Going up here for the last item. And then we'll just go back to the bonfire. Nothing really else to do. We'll have to discuss the rings a bit and read them, because they're pretty interesting, if I remember correctly. Again, I'm not one that really reads into the lore of items of Dark Souls, but sometimes I do. Again, there's a lot of interesting stuff in there. Let's take a look at the rings then. There they are. Wolf, Leo, Orc, and Hornet. You didn't actually see me pick up the Hornet yet, because it's in the part that I've done off screen, but we'll discuss them anyway. So we already seen the Wolf Ring, one of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Wolf Ring belongs to Artorias the Abyss Walker. Artorias had an unbendable will of steel and was unmatched with a greatsword. Leo Ring, one of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Leo Ring belonged to Orstein the Dragon Slayer. This ring strengthens counters with pierced weapons. His lucky spear is said to have sliced the boulder in two. Oak Ring, one of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Oak Ring belonged to the Okai Gog, who led the Great Harters. Boost bow range, so arrows fly like they were shot by Gog's great bow, which took down high-flying dragons. Hornet Ring, one of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Hornet Ring belonged to the Lord Blades Charan. I'm not even sure how to pronounce her name. By boosting critical attacks, his wearer can annihilate foes, as Charan Dagger laid waste to Lord Gwyn's enemies. This is what that ring does is very weird. It boosts your critical damage, meaning your repose and backstabs, but it also has an additional effect. But kind of super hard to show. I'll have to remember to show it eventually. Yeah, I think that's all. That's all, right? Yeah. Onward. Let's go back to Andrew. Right, we should have the weapon that I want to turn into Divine in the inventory. Let's check if we do. Give you the Ember? Yes, I will give you Divine Ember. I will have to purchase some Titan Shard because I have it at 0. I haven't done anything off screen. Reinforced weapon. Yeah, the Sunlight Great Straight Sword. We got this from Solaire. So I'm just going to turn this into a Divine Sunlight Straight Sword. +4, +5. We got that. Modified to Divine. Divine Sunlight Straight Sword. Yes. And now we will reinforce that. 2 +5. We have like 40 shards. It's insane. And because this is, well, it scales without fate, and we have like 30 of it. That's gonna be pretty decent. It's not gonna do as much damage as our Chaos. I still call it Chaos Blade. It's not a Chaos Blade, it's a Chaos weapon, but it's called Quelaag Fury Sword. I don't know why, I just want to keep calling it Chaos Blade of Quelaag for some unknown reason. Oh well. That was it. I was going in Firelink. Let's see, let's take a look at what's going on in Firelink here. You're there, you're there, you're there, okay. What about these guys? These guys are gone. Okay, only Petrus is left. Let's see what Petrus has to say.
Oh, you again? Me? I've become separated from my lady. I've scoured near and far, but no sight of her. Where could she have gone? My lady, to think I swore to protect you with my life.
Anything else?
Your Highness, where have you gone? I am entirely to blame for this. Oh, woe is me. I am unworthy, deathly so. Oh, sometimes I...
Yeah, okay, that's it. So yeah, the dudes over there, the two knights and Rhea of Thorugh, are gone down to where we actually have to go next. So yeah, that will be it for today. Next time, we're gonna depart for the underground yet again. See you guys in the next video.